In the blackness before dawn, the Ottoman assault began, a final, desperate push. We stood ready on the walls, our world reduced to this last, defiant stand. To our left, Lorraine's Germans counterattacked, their struggle for Nussdorf a distant, vital thunder. We were spectators to a battle that would decide our very own fate and our hope. Beneath my feet, a greater terror grew, the sappers' silent work, a creeping, awful death. As a stonemason, I knew the final mine was close, its blast meant to kill us all. Our counterminers found their powder, a moment of reprieve in the suffocating, dark grip of fate. Yet we knew another fuse was already lit, another charge being laid beneath our very feet. In the afternoon, a new front opened as Polish infantry advanced on the Ottoman right. From the walls, we watched this second, blessed wave of hope begin its slow, steady advance. Their banners pushed on, capturing the village of Jersthof, a vital foothold on the field. This was no mere skirmish. It was a base for the charge we all prayed for. Then the German forces resumed their attack, a hammer striking the anvil on the left flank. The Ottoman center, the Thököly, was now caught between two closing, determined, desperate armies now. We saw their vizier flee his position, a sign of their command beginning to utterly crumble. Panic is a disease, and from our walls we saw the first symptoms of its deadly infection. And then, from the Vienna woods, they emerged, the sight we had only dared to dream. The winged hussars, a living avalanche of steel and prayer, descending to deliver God's judgment. At 6 o'clock, the horns sounded, and the very hills seemed to shudder and to move. King Sobieski led the charge, 18,000 horsemen plunging down upon the broken Ottoman lines. The enemy shattered like pottery under a hammer, their lines dissolving into a mad rout. We watched, mesmerized, as the largest cavalry charge in history washed over them in a single stroke. Then our own gates swung open, a roar of vengeance erupting from our starved throats then. We were no longer defenders waiting for death. We were attackers, charging into their ruin. We fell upon their camp, a surreal landscape of abandoned wealth and smoldering cooking fires. The smell of food after weeks of starvation was a maddening, unbelievable, and beautiful dream. The battle was won, the enemy utterly broken, their treasures now ours for the taking. Sobieski's words echoed in my heart. We came, we saw, God conquered, in his letter. I walked the field of slaughter, where 20,000 of their dead lay silent forever. Our own losses were heavy, but we had purchased Vienna's life with our own blood. Starhemberg gave the order immediately, repair the walls, for the threat could always return. For me, a stonemason, the war ended only for the work to begin all anew. News came months later that Kara Mustafa had been strangled in Belgrade for his failure. It was a distant, grim justice, a cold epitaph for the man who brought us ruin. The victory set the stage for liberating Hungary, pushing the Ottoman tide back for good. It marked the end of their expansion, a turning point paid for with Viennese blood. Our allies bickered over spoils, the Protestants and Catholics exchanging harsh words, a sour note. But it mattered little. Our city, our Vienna, was saved from the Ottoman invaders. I can still feel the tremor of their minds, the hunger, the final, desperate charge. I am a stonemason, a soldier, a man who saw Vienna stare into the abyss and survive.